Hello again to part 2 of web scraping using Selenium and Python. Just a recap of what we've done. We've installed Python, we've installed Selenium, and we've installed Chrome driver in our computer. And we wrote this small little 7-liner code to actually invoke a Chrome driver, a Chrome browser in incognito mode and launch this particular web page. So let me show you what this script does. Open Python and paste it in here. There you go. So it's in incognito mode and loaded the web page. So that's what it does. So I'm going to close this now. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the current price of this EFT. That's our first task, and followed by whether it's going up or down, how much has it gone up or down by, and what's the percentage has it gone up or down. So in order to do that, what you do is you right click this guy here and you go inspect. I'm just going to expand this guy here. We're looking for 50.05 right here. So you can see here. So if you go a couple of notches up, you can see it is part of the structure called div. It's not SUP because SUP ends here for dollar, right? So it has to be div. So it's div with the ID message box price. I'm gonna copy this in my clipboard here. I'm just gonna park it on the side here. So let's, in order to get the price, this is a command that you use to get a price. So you go prices equal to browser dot find underscore element by ID, and you paste the ID name right there, right? So so if I were to go and paste this in here, opens the browser again in incognito mode, and basically with that being said, it gets you a price. So in order to look at prices, what you get in price, you go price says array 1 and you hit text. I must have typed wrongly here somewhere. Prices. Just gonna copy this, paste it again. Prices 0.txt. There you go. It's 50.07. What happened here is I need to add some sort of a delay because the web page took a bit to delay load. Like I said, what Selenium does is that it reads from the web page. So if the web page is still loading and you don't give them enough time to load, what it does is that it basically doesn't get the information because the information are generating on the fly dynamically. You have to remember the keyword dynamically. So so this is the command to actually do it. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to save it as say price equal to that. So now I got my price. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some time delay for my this one here. So I'm going to import the time somewhere here. You give them a bit of time to put it to sleep so that it's actually waiting for it to load. Let's say we'll give them 5 seconds. But sometimes what I've noticed is that when they load this up, they load an advertisement. So the advertisement runs anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds. So you have to keep that in mind. So anyway, we'll cross the bridge when you get there. So for now, I'm just going to give it say 5 seconds. So there'll be a pause of 5 seconds, and you'll acquire the web page. Let's try that script right now. And you want to print prices. Sorry, not prices. So we're going to copy everything in here and paste it in here. So it loads the web page, gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now it's working. So that's what it does. So next thing you want to do is I'm going to close this guy here. Next thing you want to get is let's get the up and down. Where is it here? Up and down here. Inspect. You can see you're starting to notice that you do need some level of some level of HTML knowledge to do all these things, right? So it's not that difficult, HTML. There's lots of web page that teach you how to do HTML. It's very easy, so you should try it out. It's well worth the time. So we're trying to get what we're trying to get is we're trying to get this here. If you notice here, it does this thing here. So if you just want to inspect here quickly, so it says chart data dot is price up and down, right? So we're looking for this. Okay, so okay, we'll look for this guy here, and we will chart data. We'll just copy this guy here. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is basically we want to read this particular ng-if, which is not part of the any of the HTML structure, but I is actually part of the HTML structure, right? So we will be able to capitalize on that I. So in order to, if you have this kind of weird, quirky HTML page, you can use XPath function. Let me show you how it's done. So just keep in mind, we are doing chart data, copy, which is part of element ng-if and a HTML element of I. So so you can get a couple of spaces here, and then say prices, say we call it price up equal to browser dot find underscore say elements by XPath. So you're gonna have to do //i/contains, and it contains what I said it contains ngif ng-if, comma. I might have some typo, guys, sorry, but just bear with me. Copy, go in here, that, then you put a bracket here, then you close your square bracket here, and you close this here. So let's try this. Oh, I just gotta do everything, I guess. So copy, paste it. So it loads the browser, loads the web page, gives 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, and boom, it loads that particular. So I'm gonna park this on the side here, my browser, and basically interrogate. Basically interrogate print, see what we get here. Say price up. So you do get some mumbo jumbo, right? So so we can leverage this thing in order to get our status here. So what we can do is that we can just say that price trend equal to up. We'll assume that it's always up, right? Sorry, assume it's always down. I'm sorry, because we are looking at up, right? So we'll assume it's down, but if your length for your price up is greater than 0, then you say price trend is equal to up. So basically, if there's anything in it, like what we have right now in terms of length, anything in it, it means it's up, or else verbatim this skips this section here. Right, so if I were to go print price trend and take all this, copy in a clipboard, close my previous web browser here, and if I were to paste it in here, five seconds, and then it loads up, and then okay, it's got syntax error because this was still loading. So let's give it a few more seconds here, 10 seconds. Give it enough time to load the program or the web page, right? So 10 seconds. Okay, it's loaded. We're still waiting for 10 seconds. And then, okay, so I do have some error here. Print trend. Let's see what's going on in here. So price trend print. Oops, I think it needs space here. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, loading it up. Went for sleep for 10 seconds and boom, you see it's showing prices up. So this works. So the next thing you want to scrape would be, say, this one here, the change in price, right? The change in price. So right click here, inspect. So if you look at it, the change in price is 21 point here. So if you go a couple of notches, well, there's something to notice here is that it's funny, the change in price and the percentage are actually under one umbrella. Do you see that? Ignoring the span because the spans end here with a pipe here, and this SP SUP ends here and starts here. So basically it's outside that scope. So if you go one hierarchy above, what you want is a div ID message box. So I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did previously. We're going to do find by element. So I'm going to go here like that. So we don't want message box. We want message box percentage, right? Message box percentage. And I'll call this change price and percentage. And I'm going to take this and try this here and say print. Like that. Try it again. See if it comes up. Okay, well, let's try this again. Python, Python. Okay, copy, paste it. Browser launches, goes to sleep for 10 seconds, waiting for advertisement and all that stuff to upload. A couple of seconds here. She scrapes everything, including price and percentage as well here. So you can actually see that somewhere here that that particular information. So what we have to do to see it clearly, we know that it is buried somewhere here, and it should return all this mumbo jumbo. So we know that there's a percentage, and what we're going to do is that oh, sorry, my bad. We got to put yeah, it's telling me it's returning everything. So basically we need this and text. So I'm gonna test out with 5 seconds now and see if that actually works. So this should actually return to us 0.23 pipe 0.43%. Come on, load. There you go. Okay, didn't have enough time, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have enough time to load. Let me give it a bit more time here, see if that helps. 8 seconds. Price print. Okay, try this again. Yeah, it's a bit of a, the thing with Selenium is that you're gonna have to let it load, give it enough time to load so that you can actually start scraping the web page. So 8 seconds should be a sweet spot there. So you can see that we got this 0.23 and 0.43. So from here on, it's a simple exercise of basically manipulating the text. So I'm going to replace, first of all, I'm going to replace the percentage, get rid of the percentage, and basically getting rid of this, and say I'm going to store it in that. So what it does is that, let me show you what it does. So all it does is shows it only captures 0.23 space pipe space 0.43 and get rid of the percentage. So there you go. So if I were to print A, that's what it does, right? So the next thing we want to do is split based on the pipe. So I'm gonna say a.split pipe, and I'm gonna store it as B. Right, so I'm gonna take A here, and if I were to print B, or rather just write B, it's got 2 arrays, right? So as you can see, it has some white spaces in the front and in the back as well on this guy here. So to clean that up, all you have to do, well, we already split it, so we call it change price equal to B on the first array, getting rid of the strip strip, which gets rid of the white spaces, and then change percent equal to B1, which is the second verb, the second one here, and we also will like to run it through a strip. strip. Can't spell today. So if I were to go and do this and hit paste here, and I would do change price, you can actually see that no white spaces front and back. And if I do change percent, PRs, can't type today. Oh, CHANGEPERENT. Can't type today. There you go, poetry. So I'm gonna percent PRCENT. So what we've done so far is we got our price, we got our trend up or down, and our price percentage changed up and down, right? So the next thing we also want to do is say, for the sake of our data, we want to get date. Where can I find dates here? There you go. Last price update. Okay, we're gonna try to scrape this information here, only this, right? So okay, so if you go right click and you go inspect, you can see it is part of the let's see, it says again, one of those funky yeah, it's part of that funky HTML, ngif, and all this stuff here, mumbo jumbo. So we're gonna use the same syntax as before. So I'm gonna go and copy this guy here. Oh, I'm also just this, right? And then we're gonna call this what do we like to call it? Snapshot date time, right? And browser find element. What was the element? The first one. The first one was basically is a span. Okay, got it. ngIf. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Span. ngIf, and then all this funky stuff. Copy span. Okay, this got to be changed to span. and then ng if is already there, and then like that, right? So that should give you the system date. So let's try that again. Okay, loads the browser. Python script gives it 8 seconds for it to load, and then there you go. So your snapshot date time is running. So if I were to go ss date time, you get all those stuff too. Again, they are in array, so you probably have to do 0 text. Okay, so last price update. So now it's all just a matter of, again, doing the same massage to replace and remove stuff, right? So first of all, okay, date time stamp. Okay, fine. So we'll do, first of all, we'll take this 0, oops, time 0 text, and we'll basically store in a variable called DTS, date timestamp. And we'll have to, now we have this in a variable. Let's see if that works. Okay, now you have that in a variable. What you do next is DTS, oops, DTS dot replace. What we want to do is we're going to get rid of all this stuff all the way up to here. Copy, paste it in here because we don't need those information, and then replace it with nothing, right? So you go here, you test it, and you go DTS. Now you have that, just like that. So the next thing we want is to get rid of the comma. So the whole idea is that all this will be populating an Excel spreadsheet. That's what I was thinking of doing. So in an Excel spreadsheet, we can't have a comma. It's going to be a comma separated file, right? So we cannot have comma. So I'm going to get rid of the comma for now. So I'm going to say DTS dot replace. So you're going to, what are you replacing? You're replacing a comma with a blank. And I'm going to take that DTS and I'm going to put it back into the same variable here. So if I go here, and if I do that, and I go DTS, you get nice space stuff and all that stuff, right? So, which is good. This is good. Okay, so now we have pulled all the information and all those information that we need. Okay, now let's do this. Let's take all this information here. Okay, so here this is why I use Sublime, right? So you can do multiple things at one time. So you you hold Control and double click price, trend, percentage, price, and DTS. You Control C to copy it. You go down here and you Control V. See how everything comes in one row itself? And then I'm going to try to print all these variables here. So you go hold Control and click, 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 click. And now you can type print and you paste it. And then you close it. Neat, isn't it? I thought it was good, but anyway, maybe you've seen this before, but I thought it was really nice when I first saw it. So I'm going to copy everything up here, close my previous version of the browser, and I'm going to paste it, Control V. And hopefully it runs and shows you all the scrape values here. 8 seconds. There you go. So if I were to go here, if you look at it, you can see that the price is 50.7 cents. It's up. It's 0.21, and the percent change is 0.43, and that's your date and timestamp. So I think this is a good time to stop this video. The next video, I'll show you how to take this information and put it in an Excel spreadsheet and collect it on regular basis, so you can actually see how much changes are occurring, right? So anyway, for now, I'm signing off. Have a good day. Bye.